Ireland is a global leader in both horse racing and thoroughbred breeding, and Coolmore is very much at its forefront. And while Coolmore has major operations at Ashford Stud in Kentucky and in Australia's Hunter Valley, Tipperary is its home, and the place where most of Europe's best stallions began their stud careers. Despite its small size, Ireland is the third largest producer of thoroughbred racehorses in the world. Unlike many agriculture sectors, business has been growing and expanding in recent years. Now 1 in 8 agricultural jobs is in horse racing or breeding. The breeding industry alone is worth €330 million, and 1/4 of that is based in South Tipperary. This is no accident. Ballydoyle Racing Stables, established 50 years ago by the legendary Vincent O'Brien, has trained more top horses than any other yard, anywhere in the world, ever in history. In his and Aidan O'Brien's time, these include Nijinsky, Rock of Gibraltar, Sadler's Wells, and his son Istabrack. Nearby Longfield, also a part of the Coolmore group, has a long heritage going back to Brian Coney's time, and today is a state-of-the-art training facility. The best horses trained at Ballydoyle retire to stud at Coolmore, and in turn it is hoped that their sons and daughters are among those selected to go to Ballydoyle for their racing careers. The importance of Ballydoyle to Coolmore's operation cannot be overemphasised. 3/4 of the stallions at Coolmore are Ballydoyle graduates. The success of this operation is told on the racetrack. The champion sire in Britain and Ireland every year since 1990 has been based at Coolmore. Coolmore stands 35 flat and national hunt stallions in Ireland at all price levels, attracting thousands of breeders from all over Ireland, Europe and the US every year, and producing much of Europe's best stock. Maintaining the leading position in a highly competitive business relies on employing people with great skills of horsemanship. 1,000 directly employed in the region. It depends on the highest levels of environmental management and attention to detail. And every year, an investment of up to €100 million of horseflesh into Ballydoyle and Longfield, as well as a significant capital investment programme into the yards and gallops. As a result, Aidan O'Brien has been able to send out horses like High Chaparral and Johannesburg from Ballydoyle to take on the Americans and win in their own backyard at the Breeders' Cup, not to mention dominating European classics such as the Irish and Epsom Derbies and the Guineas. In the past 40 years, only 2 Irishmen have been champion trainer in Britain. Both were based at Ballydoyle.
Breed the best to the best, or the best you can get. I'd say that's the first thing to do. And then luck does have a lot to do with it. And environment. Very often the good horses come from the same breeders, and very often the same people look after the good horses. You know, and Ireland has a lot of advantages in raising horses.
When the now legendary M.V. O'Brien retired in 1994, I wrote expressing the fervent hope that the ever upwardly mobile and expanding stud and stable, with a global reputation as a centre for excellence, will continue to bring credit to the Republic of Ireland.
It's the best training setup in the world. Anybody who's thinking of building one comes to Ballydoyle to see how it's done best of all. It's been phenomenally successful year in, year out. It was a place that was built up by Vincent O'Brien. And if you go anywhere in the world, mention the name Ballydoyle, people know that you're talking about Aidan O'Brien and that you better bring your best horse along if you want to beat them.
Well, Tipperary itself is just a joy to visit. As a newspaper journalist and as a commentator, I always look forward to my trips over there. I suppose it's the Irish attitude to the horse itself that's something that makes a huge impression. The horse is something that is part of their lives. You see these horses develop with horsemen who are one with the horse, and that is something you don't get in other countries. It's something very, very special and something that Ireland itself should be proud of.
There aren't too many organisations that are indisputably the world's best, real leaders in their field. Cars, Rolls-Royce; if you talk about diamonds, then De Beers. Breeding racehorses, Coolmore, and Coolmore alone. When the Celtic Tiger was still a little cub, Coolmore already ruled the bloodstock roost. It's the vision, the life's work, if you like, of two men. Firstly, Vincent O'Brien, and now John Magnier. And all over the planet, Australia, the Far East, Europe, America, the multi-billion-dollar racing industry looks to one centre of excellence, Coolmore. I can't think of any other crown jewel that the Irish have that can be mentioned in the same breath.
In 2008, Ballydoyle Coolmore's wage bill for its hundreds of employees was €15 million. Adding spending in the local economy, the direct contribution to this rural economy reaches €30 million. And this does not include the many independent boarding farms located in South Tipperary, which accommodate the mares from abroad visiting Coolmore stallions. Coolmore is proud to be a part of the Irish breeding and racing industry and part of South Tipperary. After all, it's not only made us world champions, it's our home.